explain what is the Blumhouse formula?
The formula is we make movies for $5 million, originals. Sequels is a whole nother story, but on our original movies it's $5 million. We apply a very European system to commercial movies, so it's auteur filmmaking. The director has final cut, they have final say over the cast, they have final say over the crew, and in exchange for getting all that control, they work for no money up front. And if the movies are successful, everyone does very well. And if they aren't, no one gets hurt too badly because the budgets are low. And that formula has allowed us to take chances on very different kinds of movies.
What is it?
One of the biggest successes in your early career was Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
How did that come together?
Really what we do is we make very, very independent movies off the grid, outside of the system, and have them released very traditionally by big Hollywood studios. And the first movie to do that was Paranormal Activity. It was kind of the ultimate independent movie made by Oren Peli in his house with 15 grand. And I saw it, and it was going straight to video at that time, or straight to DVD. And I said, there's got to be theatrical life in this movie. And so I made an agreement with Oren to try and get it into a movie theater. And it took 3 years, but we finally did. And Paramount released that movie. We made 5 more after that.
Can you explain how do you properly scare an audience?
The way you scare an audience is, and if you love horror, and if you're a horror fan like I am, and horror filmmakers really understand this, is what you don't do is rely on the scares. I think people who don't understand horror movies, especially people who are just trying to make horror movies to make money, are always talking about what the scares are. The scares are very simple. What makes the scares work is the story in between the scares and the acting in between the scares. So you must have a great story, you must have great performance, and then the scares are very scary. You have the greatest scare in the world without a great story and great acting, it's not scary. And one of the tests that we often do with our movies, or I do in my mind, is if I take out all the scares, would this story work as a drama? And I think almost every movie that we've done would check that box.
You guys want to party like rock stars? Follow me.
Cool basement.
You're free to do whatever you want down here, but nobody go upstairs.
This is so sick.
Welcome to Mars.
Ma is a thriller. And I would say when we were making Ma, what we were inspired by was Misery, and I always thought Octavia was Kathy Bates 30 years later.
You know where the party is.
How did you get our numbers?
I told you everyone is here.
If it weren't for Tate, we never would have had Octavia, so I really give Tate all the credit for that. And I think without Octavia, the movie just, I can't imagine the movie working with anybody else, so she really is what makes the movie take off for me.
How does it feel to be on the outside looking in? Let's get this party turned up.
Why are you doing this?
This is the most fun I've had in a long time.